I hate lip filler. I really do. Please don't do this to yourself. Hello everyone, my name is Dakota Sage. Welcome to my channel. I have talked a lot about plastic surgery on YouTube, but today I've decided to make a video specifically about lip filler. And I am personally entitled to complain about lip filler because I am one of the people that it's being pushed on the most. But I know something that a lot of other people don't realize, and that's that lip filler is just another trend. Clara B lips in the 1920s were the first real lip trend. Clara B was the first it girl, and people just kind of emulated all of her makeup, but specifically her Cupid's bow lips. And what I think is so interesting about Clara and the fact that people wanted to look like her so badly in the 1920s is that she's basically the opposite of the beauty trend of today. She had thin lips, hooded downturned eyes, and a soft face, which is basically like the epitome of ugly according to TikTok today. So that's what I mean when I say that trends change. And I understand that that was about 100 years ago, but there's a lot of trends that have happened recently that people now think are crazy. A lot of us might remember the 2000s where people were putting concealer on their lips to try to draw attention to their eyes. Or the late 2010s where people were drawing their lips to be twice their size with complete disregard that it looked really bad most of the time. But the beauty standard of having bigger lips is still in fashion, and I get it. Having larger and more luscious lips draws attention to them, which makes you more attractive because obviously you kiss people with your lips. So it's completely understandable that Kylie Jenner would become so insecure about her lips because a boy said that he didn't think she'd be able to kiss because her lips were so thin. And I'm not going to contest this beauty standard because that's not what this video is about. This video is about the fact that I think lip filler just looks bad. I think it's going to be just like overplucking your eyebrows in the 90s and 2000s, where you realize that even though that was the beauty standard at the time, you probably should have just left them alone. And I'm saying this as someone who is the target audience of lip filler. I am a 20-year-old white girl on the modern day internet, so pretty much everything around me is telling me to get my lips done, and I won't do it. For starters, you don't fix an insecurity just by getting rid of it. But for me specifically, it's not that I'm secure in my lips as much as I'm secure in the fact that I would look worse with lip filler. Yes, I have very thin lips, but the distance between the top of my lip and the bottom of my nose really isn't that big. So if I get lip filler, it's just gonna look weird. The dimensions wouldn't be right. You know what I mean? I've gone like this before just to see what I would look like with lip filler, and she is rough, especially when I smile. And a lot of people getting lip injections are just like me, and when they get them done, their lips are basically touching their nose. The reality of lip filler is that even though you don't like the way your lips look now, just because you get them done doesn't mean that they're gonna look better later. Should I be drawing attention to my lips when I have a mustache? Maybe not. But I tried to pull it out, I really did. I've talked about in the past how filler stretches out your skin, and the same thing is happening when you get filler put into your lips. And I do think that it can be done pretty well, it just gets bad really quickly. If you have thin lips, the filler that looks the best is going to keep your lips still relatively thin. If you look at Dove Cameron on Shameless through her Disney Channel days to now, you can tell that she started to get more and more filler, and it started to make her look more and more unnatural. Dove also actually has had other procedures, so you can't really blame it all on just her lips, but it doesn't change the fact that she looks more unnatural than she did years before. Although there's a lot of people that naturally have that lip size, I don't think that they quite fit Dove's face, whereas her early injections I thought looked really good. And another thing adding to the unnaturalness of lip filler is that it often looks a little crazy from the side. Filler is expanding your lips in every direction, including forward. So a lot of times people just kind of look like they're making the duck face all the time. And on top of that, your lips are only so big, so a lot of times the filler doesn't have anywhere to go. Migration is huge when it comes to lip filler because a lot of times people inject so much that it has to spread outside the borders of the lips. Similar to that, do you ever look at someone and just think, it doesn't even look like they can close their mouth? They can't. Basically, they filled their lips so much that they are actually peeling them back and the underside of their lip is now the outside of their lips. And it makes them so that they literally cannot close their lips. I feel like you should know to stop at that point. Also, I watched a TikTok the other day where a girl put on lipstick and was talking about how she thought it looked weird at first because her lips had wrinkles and she's so used to seeing people with filled lips.
Weird that I'm so used to seeing people with lip filler that like my lips having wrinkles in them is like weird, because if you get lip filler, it expands your lips and your lips are like smooth. You don't have all these wrinkles. And so why am I looking at myself thinking that that looks weird because I don't have filler?
And it got me thinking, your lips have wrinkles so that you can smile and move your mouth effectively. So if you get filler, is it difficult to move your mouth? Because the lips are already stretched, so can they stretch more like when you smile? And also, like, bear with me. Like, I can squish my lips right now, but if you get lip filler, don't they get like stiffer? Like, the wrinkles are gone. So are your lips like more pressurized? I can't, bro. I just know we're gonna look back on this in a few years and be like, good lord, who was letting us walk around looking like that? On top of all of that, I think that lip filler is the gateway procedure. Because it's so common to be insecure about your lips, it's also really common to get them done. So people often fill them and think, oh, well, that worked out pretty well. I like the way they look, so I'm gonna see what other areas I can put filler into. So they get filler under their eyes and in their jawlines, and they start to get Botox, and then everything snowballs, and then they have a nose job, and then they look like crazy people. That's obviously extreme cases, but most people that are willing to get lip filler are also willing to get filler in other areas as well. And I mean, some people just get lip filler and they're like, I'm good, I'm done, I like the way I look, and then that's it. They don't really do anything else. But a lot of times, patients like the appearance of the fake looking lips, and they kind of chase that effect in other areas of the face as well. The thing I really want people to realize is that injectables usually don't look good in real life. Nobody walks around with a blurring filter, so people aren't going to look the same on the street as they do on Instagram. And we really have to stop pretending like they do. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, have a great rest of your day.